Namaste, I am Susie B and welcome to this super yoga stretch with a chair. Make sure that your chair does not have wheels. That's going to make too much of a challenge for you. Let's start off seated in our chair, grounded. Bring the soles of your feet to make contact with the earth. You get your heels under your knees hip width apart. Just tip your pelvis forwards and backwards a couple of times. Think cat and cow, but for just your pelvis alone. Now then bring yourself into a nice upright neutral position. And then roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Make your arms heavy. Close your eyes. And start to notice your breath, breathing in and out through your nose. We'll start this short session with 3 nice deep breaths. Inhale, consciously lengthen your spine. Exhale, see if you can soften and relax. Inhale, feel yourself energized. And exhale, feel yourself grounded and supported. One last time, inhale long, slow and deep. Feel yourself present here. And as you exhale, tell yourself, I am here now. Nice. Gently blink your eyes open. Give your arms a little shake. Inhale, lift them all the way up to the sky. Just look up. Exhale, gently release your hands down and look down. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, relax your hands down by your sides. One more time, inhale up, look up. Exhale, release the arms forwards, tip your head forwards. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, arms down by your sides and use your right hand to hold on to the side of your chair. Tip your head over to the left ear to left shoulder, left hand comes onto opposite right ear and just gently pulls across, releasing tension from the side of your neck, the right side. You'll also feel it across the top of your shoulder. Now then, lifting up your hand, turn your head down, bring your hand just gently behind your right ear and pull the side of your chin in towards your collarbone. Feel that wonderful stretch as it moves back in your neck and into your upper back. Try not to crumple in the middle, stay sitting upright. Lovely, and then bring in the left hand to the left side of your head, push your head up, release your left hand down to grip onto the chair, and tip the right ear slowly towards the right shoulder, bringing the right hand up, hold on to the opposite left ear, and again, gently pull across. Opening the left side of your neck, across the top of your shoulder, maybe even down your arm. Notice if it feels different. Stay sitting upright, nice and tall, relax your face. Lift your hand, gently turn your head down so the side of the chin comes to your collarbone. Hold on behind your ear and pull down and in. That lovely stretch in the back of your neck, your upper shoulders, your upper back. Should feel good. Remember, everything you do in yoga should feel good. Gently release and slide your hand towards the right side of your face. Push your head up. As you release, roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Oh yes, and then roll them shoulders forwards a couple of times and use your momentum to come up to standing. Give it all a good little shake off. I'd like you to come behind your chair. I'm going to turn mine around so that we can still keep seeing what's happening. Take your hands onto the backrest and start to walk your feet back behind you. You want your feet to come back so that they are basically hip width apart. And you're trying to release yourself down into what is a comfortable stretch for your shoulders and for your back. You really want to make sure, like any forward bend, that your heels and your hips are on the same line. So you're not overstretching the back of your legs. Likewise, you're not putting strain on your upper back or your shoulders. Nice and stable, heels and hips same line. Gently as you exhale, release your shoulders, release your chest, your heart down towards the floor. Ideally, your palms are facing down. Give your head a little shake. Just release any tension. And notice if you feel tighter more in the shoulders and the body or in the legs. Or all over. And then start to move around gently, carefully. Bend and straighten each leg. Just twisting slightly, maybe looking underneath your armpit. Moving around, noticing what feels good, pausing if something feels like it needs more attention. And then slowing it down, evening everything out. And gently, carefully walking your feet towards the chair. And your head will come up last. Give your arms a good shake off. Nice. Now spin your chair around or just come so that you are facing it. We're going to use a bit of balance here. If you need to, please stay close to a wall if you need some help or support. So you're going to place your right foot, just checking what's happening on the computer, your right foot onto the chair, hands on your hips, all 10 toes start off facing the chair, and then let's gently place, I'll go this way, our right foot onto the chair, forgive me. You're going to make sure that your left toes, they're still facing the chair. If the toes turn out, then when we come forwards, everything is twisted. Left toes face forwards, right kneecap and toes face the sky. And again, we've got heel and hip on the same line. Inhale, lift up your spine, lengthen. Exhale, slowly, carefully tip yourself forwards, mindfully, carefully. Pause when it feels enough. If the knee is bending, you've gone, whoops, too far. So keep it comfortable. And maybe you can release your hands down onto the chair or onto your leg. Or maybe for extra stretch, you can reach towards the back of the chair. Try not to round your spine. Keep nice length through the spine. Relax your neck. Let's take a couple of breaths here. I don't need to tell you where you're feeling. You're feeling the back of your right leg. We've got all the stability muscles currently working on the left leg. This is basically Supta Padangusthasana series, but to a chair. Lovely. From here, gently place your hands down on the chair and start to bend your knee. You're going to bend the knee, and I'd like you to bring it so that the sole of your foot is now on the chair, and you've got the chair for support. So bend the back left knee and hop the left foot back. We want to come into a high lunge position. Your feet are what is hip width apart. Your back left heel's off the floor, right heel and knee are on the same line. Sink your hips down, pull your chest forwards, and hopefully you can hold on to the back rest of your chair. If you want to challenge yourself, you can maybe hold on to your knee and gently push back. Again, I'm sure I don't need to tell you where you're feeling. You're really feeling a deep hip flexor stretch on the left leg. And now we're stabilizing on the right leg. High lunge to a chair. It can be pretty intense. Be kind to yourself. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly take your hands back onto the chair, the seat part of it. And as you send your left heel back, you're going to slowly, carefully straighten through your leg and bring yourself upright. You want to turn your left toes now to the side. So everything's turned to the side of the chair, basically 90 degrees away from it. As your left toes face here, make sure that the right knee and toes are facing up to the sky still. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, carefully tip yourself forwards. Feel the stretch coming on the inside of your right leg now. Again, left leg is stabilizing. Don't force it. Just come as far as feels good for you. Maybe even releasing yourself down, getting it a shake off. You can hold on to your left leg. Don't let the right leg collapse in. Just listen to your body. Do what feels good for you. And then inhale, slowly lift yourself up. Nice. Now from here, keeping knee and toe facing the sky, bring right hand to right leg. Left hand stays on the hip as you slide into a side bend. Try not to place your hand on the knee, above or below the knee. Don't put pressure on. And try not to collapse forwards. Push the hips forwards. The body is in line with your leg. And then your left arm, you can play around with it. Lift it up. Take it over your head. Maybe bend it. Bend the elbow. Pull the elbow back. See if you can lift your chest up. Taking your hand behind your head and moving your head around often feels really good. Sometimes taking the back of the hand, so an inward rotation from the shoulder to your lower back feels great. You can push back into that hand, stretch your shoulder, your hips, wherever. Maybe you're just staying here. Feel your own body. Make sure it feels good. Lovely. Inhale, lifting yourself up. Bring it so that as an inward rotation from the right hip, big toe comes towards the floor. This can be a tricky transition. Use a wall if it helps you, or don't bother. Maybe this is enough of a stretch and you want to take your foot down, or stick with the other one. If you can, softness through your left knee, turn your left toes away from the chair, and then come onto the top of your right foot. Lift your chest up, bring your hands onto your hips. Sometimes a soft bend through that right knee can feel good. Lift your chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, where do you feel? You should feel your quads, your hip flexors on the right leg this time. Try and make sure your ankle's not twisted, the foot is flat. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to gently tip yourself forwards. If you need to, you can bend the knee to help release your hands down, because you want to just lift up your right leg, give it a bit of a shake, and release it down. Rolling up through your spine, bring yourself to standing. And let's even those legs out. So maybe you can just straight away put your other foot on. I'm going to make it easier so that we can see by flipping my chair around. Nice. Now bringing the left leg on. So remember, all 10 toes face the chair. And the right foot's our stabilizing foot now. So the right toes are still facing the chair as the left heel comes on. Heel and knee and toes facing, no, knee and toes facing up towards the sky. Hands on your hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, slowly, carefully. Oh, yes, take yourself forwards. And maybe you're pausing here. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you need to ease off. Listen to yourself. What is your body telling you? Maybe your hands can rest on your leg. Or maybe they can come down onto the chair, the seat rest, or maybe the back rest. Notice what difference there is between this side and the other side, your left and right legs. And again, feel the wonderful stretch in the back of your leg. Oh, take a couple of breaths. Gently draw your left hip back. You'll feel the stretch even better. Wonderful. And then inhale, slowly, carefully lifting your chest up. You're going to bend your knee and bring the sole of the foot onto your chair, using your chair for some support. You're going to bend the right knee and hop the foot back. So again, we're coming into high plank. Your feet are hip width apart. Your right heel is off the floor, left heel and knee, same line. Sink the hips down. If it feels good, hold on to the backrest of the chair and lift your chest. You can deepen it by coming onto your, holding onto your thigh, or just stay where it feels enough for you. Couple of breaths, feeling that wonderful stretch across the front of the right thigh. And of course, deep in the left groin is also getting a good massaging release. We're going to come through here to turn to the side. So as our hands come onto the chair, slowly start to push the hips back. And you're going to turn it so that your right heel comes down onto the floor. The right toes are facing to the side. And then gently, carefully, we can straighten the left leg, still with the knee and the toes facing up towards the sky. Heel and hip, same line. Hands to your hips. Inhale, slowly, carefully release yourself forwards. Pause when it feels enough. Don't let the hip collapse in. We're trying to open up these strong muscles on the inner thighs. Come as far as feels good for you. Again, if it's nice, you can let your arms hang. Maybe your fingers can come to the floor without the foot coming in. Noticing again whether this side's tighter or easier. This is basically up to Visakanasana, but with a chair. Inhale, gently, carefully lift yourself up. Bringing your left hand onto left leg, slowly take yourself into that side bend. So remember, don't collapse forwards. Keep the body in line with the leg, head comfortably in line with the spine. And your hands either above or below your knee, with the toes facing the sky. And if it feels good, lift the right arm up, play around with it. Find a position that feels good for you. Maybe your hand can come behind the back of your head. Push your head into your hand, or you bring the back of your hand towards your lower back or the hip to open it all up. Play around, feel what is good for you. Breathe. Oh. Wonderful. And then bringing your hand back onto your hip. Slowly, carefully lifting yourself up. That final stretch, you're bringing the inside of your foot, your big toe side of the left foot onto the chair. Maybe this is enough. If you can, swing it so that your right toes are now facing behind you and bring the top of your left foot onto the chair. Make sure that the ankle, the foot's not twisted. It's nice and flat. Hands on your hips and lift your chest up. Lovely. Now we're feeling a release across the hip flexors, the front of the left hip. If you need to bend that knee, sometimes that makes it more comfortable. Maybe you feel a deeper stretch as you do so. Really getting the hip flexors, the psoas, the quads. Wonderful. Inhale. Exhale. Very gently start to tip yourself forwards. You can bend your right knee to help stabilize yourself, or maybe you do have some blocks that you can rest on. And as you gently lift up your left foot, give the left leg a little shake off. Bend the knee and release the foot down. Shaky, shaky, swingy, swingy. And round yourself all the way up to standing. Nice. And from here, roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Roll them forwards a couple of times. Bend through your knees, tuck your chin in, round the whole spine, all the way back down. Inhale, slowly come back up. Now from here, take your arms out to the side as you lift your head up, lift your heels up, arms come all the way up. Hopefully you've got more space than me. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale through your mouth, drop your heels, drop your arms. Lovely, one more time, inhale. Lift the arms up, lift the heels up, feel energized and strong. Open your mouth and exhale, drop. Lovely, swing your arms, bounce your knees, bring your hands together. Namaste, thank you so much. I'm hoping that you're feeling more stretched, more energized, ready for whatever it is that's ahead of you. I'm Susie B. Thank you so much for this quick stretch.